virus first sort of hit everything, Joan used to come and walk in the park, and she's always been a great walker. She loves walking. She did.
I was born in Hillingdon, which is the very heart of England. You know, when I do anything, I do it for England. That's it. I was there when they put a new monument up. That was a bit surprised. I thought it was for me, but it wasn't.
It could be. Yeah, where Joan lives, there's now a monument for cyclists from the First World War. And Joan was born when it was still the First World War, and she used to be a great cyclist. So it kind of seemed very appropriate that outside her house, where she was born in Meriden, there's this monument. But anyway, she's not only a good cyclist, but she's also been a good walker in her life. When she was 95, she did a 5k walk for Cancer Research UK. And then as she's got older, her walking's got a bit, done a bit less. And we used to walk around the park. When the park reopened, round the cane, and in the middle of the grass, you can't really see it now, it's been mown over, was a heart with an NHS. And Joan used to work for the NHS. She used to work for Felixstowe General Hospital. You loved it there, didn't you?
Yes, really, really nice. And the patients there was 2 of them. They wanted to get back to their gardens. And you have to chase them, and then I think running around.
Sometimes they used to escape from the hospital to come here and sit in the park rather than sit in the hospital. So Joan, as a nurse, used to have to come to Allenby Park and get them. So when we saw the heart NHS in the grass, it was like, well done, Joan, for all your NHS work and coming to Allenby Park and rescuing us. And it was also, well, we all know what it means. And somebody from one of these houses said, well, you should be walking like Captain Tom did. And we got home and thought about it, and I thought, oh, all right, we will. So in September, Joan is 102, and she's doing 102 walks around the park before her birthday. Do you think that this bit here was where there used to be a big house here, where General Allenby, who lived here, Lord Allenby, the park itself was massive. Well, it was his house and gardens, and all the houses on Brook Lane were not there. The houses in Constable Road weren't there. The houses in St Andrews Road weren't there. It was massive, and we think his house, which was called Felixstowe House, was behind this tree, kind of in that area, I think. Craig Cook, on his Facebook site where he puts old photos, he sent me a map, and I think it was in that bit there. But it was a massive estate. And then when his mother died in 1923, he had the house knocked down, and then the land was given to the council. And so it's now a park, Allenby Park, and named after him. Yeah, see, all those houses weren't there, the Brook Lane houses, and the houses on the other side of Brook Lane, I don't know if you know Felixstowe, they weren't there either. It was all part of his estate, or his parents' estate. Yeah. He used to go sailing on the Deben. He liked sailing, and he loved nature. He liked, he was a keen bird watcher and all that. Oh, endless. I mean, really, when Joan was in her walking days, she wouldn't walk around the park. She'd go from Felixstowe Ferry right up to Langard. That would be just and she'd walk to the ferry in the first place. That would be a typical daily walk for her. She really used to stride out. She's lived in Felixstowe for more than half her life. She lived here as a child. She lived in lots of places. She was born in Meriden, and she lived in Boreham Wood. She lived in Combe Martin in Devon, Herne Bay in Kent. She lived in Ipswich. She lived in Hadley, Suffolk. She lived in Sudbury, Suffolk, and she lived in Felixstowe, Suffolk. She worked in Ipswich. Her first job was in Ipswich in a greengrocer's store. Oh, actually, she worked on a vegetable market outside the butter market. And she said it was cold, freezing cold, and that's what put her off going into the land army, because she had cold hands working on the outdoor vegetable stall, So she didn't want to have cold hands being in the land army. So she joined the army, because she thought they had better hats than the navy, or the Wrens, or anyone else. So she joined the army in the war. From I think 1942 to 1947 or 8, I think. But yeah, at first she was too young to join. First of all, she was working when war broke out. She was managing a greengrocer's shop. So she moved from the greengrocer's market store, to managing the co-op greengrocer's shop. She used to stride out. What's it like being 101? Do you think?
She said the youngsters is quite good. There was lots of restrictions what you could buy. You didn't have so much money then.
Oh, when you were a child, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. If someone's coming up to 101 now, what advice would you give them?
To keep the 11th commandment.
And that is?
Thou shalt not be so loud.
There you go. That's how you get to be 101.
No. Tell you. No.
Oh, you want me to tell it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've grown up with this story, and every time Joan tells it, she always laughs about a woman that was going to have an operation, and as she was being wheeled along to have a minor operation, suddenly the orderly who was pushing suddenly thought, oh crikey, she's still got her false teeth in. So he opened her mouth and went to grab her teeth, and she bit him because they were her real teeth, and she wondered what he was doing, trying to pull her teeth out. So you've always laughed about that story.
Yes. She nearly went out of the trolley, she pushing her like that to the operation. And his teeth were stuck in the mouth.
His fingers, yeah. Funny. So
yes. I would say you do the best you can for other people. There's just the little kindnesses you can do to other people. You don't have to be big fuss of it.
It's the small things that make a difference.
It's the small thing. Do the best you can for yourself and other people.